Guys, the 2026 FIFA World Cup is finally on the horizon, and man, you can already feel the massive stakes. I mean, we are officially looking at the biggest tournament football has literally ever seen. We're talking about a stage where absolute legends are born, and tactical history gets written in real time. But here's the thing. Amidst all the chaos of this gigantic upcoming event, a select few guys are operating as true system breakers. We're not just talking about great players today. We are looking at the tactical anomalies who are fully expected to put their nations on their backs and carry them to glory. So today, we're breaking down 5 elite ballers who are primed to completely rewrite the rules of the 2026 World Cup. Okay, let's take a super quick look at our roadmap for today. We'll kick things off with the biggest tournament ever, then we'll break down the dynamic wingers, move centrally to the playmaking midfielders, reveal our number 1 pick, and then wrap the whole thing up with the final whistle. All right, let's dive right in.
Section 1. The biggest tournament ever. Before we get to the players themselves, we really have to understand the sheer, unprecedented scale of the pitch they're stepping onto.
104 matches. Let that sink in for a second. With the field expanding to 48 nations, over 1,000 players are going to step onto the pitch. This tournament is going to be an absolute marathon of endurance. We're talking deeper squads, way higher fatigue, heavy legs, the whole shebang. And honestly, that is exactly why these individual game breakers are so incredibly crucial. In a grueling, drawn-out war of attrition like this, you need those few special players who can just cut through the exhaustion and provide the ultimate solutions for their teams.
So before we even reveal player number 5 on our countdown, I've got a quick question for you. If you could only pick one player to win the Golden Boot this tournament, who is your money on? Like, who is the guy that cuts through those 104 matches to score the absolute most goals? Drop your guess in the comments right now. Let's see if your pick lines up with any of the game changers on our list today.
Moving on to Section 2, the dynamic wingers. We're starting out on the flanks, focusing on those wide players who are fully expected to stretch opposition defenses right to their absolute breaking point. Kicking off our countdown at number 5, it's Spain's Lamine Yamal.
Look, Yamal isn't just a great wide player. Actually, scratch that. He's practically a master key for Spain when it comes to unlocking low blocks. His ability to just isolate defenders one-on-one, freeze them, and then cut inside on that highly favored left foot, it makes him an absolute nightmare to defend. In a massive tournament where teams are inevitably going to pack the box and try to stifle possession, having a player who can single-handedly break a deadlock is literally invaluable. He's a true tactical cheat code.
All right, sliding into the number 4 spot, we have France's Michael Olise.
Now, Olise brings this completely different flavor to the wing. He combines this elite ball striking ability with the precise vision of a central playmaker. It's wild to watch. Having a dynamic threat like Olise, a guy who can casually swing in an incredibly dangerous cross from deep or just drive aggressively straight into the box, it gives France an unbelievable advantage. They can break down opponents from so many different angles because of him.
Just picture this terrifying hypothetical scenario for a defense for a second. You've got Michael Olise feeding these pinpoint balls from one side, while Kylian Mbappé is attacking the space on the exact opposite side. I mean, how do you even defend the flanks when you're facing that level of dual threat pressing you at the exact same time? It's almost unfair.
Which leads me to ask, with Olise and Mbappé potentially sharing the pitch out there, does France have the most dangerous attack in World Cup history? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Are we looking at the absolute peak of international attacking football here?
All right, Section 3, the playmaking midfielders. We're transitioning from the wings right into the center of the park. This is where the tempo gets dictated, and we are spotlighting 2 young stars who are totally ready to run the show.
Coming in at number 3 is Turkey's Arda Güler.
Güler is basically the creative spark plug that Turkey absolutely relies on. He just excels in those tight little spaces and half spaces, providing the exact line-breaking passes you need to navigate really stubborn group stage defenses. He's expected to step onto the pitch and just dictate the play. He's operating as the ultimate final third problem solver for them.
Taking the highly anticipated number 2 spot on our countdown today is Argentina's Nico Paz.
Paz isn't just out there to participate, guys. His role is to act as the absolute metronome for Argentina. Like we talked about, this is a physically exhausting tournament. So having a midfielder who can consciously slow down the tempo, safely recycle possession, and perfectly orchestrate those transitions, that is exactly how a nation paves its way to glory. He's the guy keeping the whole engine running smoothly. It's super interesting to look at the contrast in styles here. On one hand, you've got Güler, who's this agile, tight space creator for Turkey, and on the other, you've got Paz, who's this incredibly rhythmic game manager for Argentina. But they both carry these massive, massive expectations on their young shoulders to completely dictate the terms of engagement for the respective nations.
So, which of these young playmaking maestros do you think is going to have the bigger tournament? Is it going to be Güler or Paz? Who has the better run in North America? Make sure you drop a vote in the comments right now before we hit our final pick.
Section 4, the number 1 pick. In a massive tournament of 48 nations, this is the one player we expect to truly separate himself from the rest of the pack.
And finally, coming in at number 1, it's England's Morgan Rogers. Morgan Rogers takes our undisputed top spot. Why? Well, his ability to just seamlessly transition the ball from the midfield to the attack with these powerful, progressive carries makes him uniquely equipped to tear up pitches all across North America. When matches inevitably devolve into absolute chaos, his physical and technical profile allows him to just slice right through it. He's totally primed to dominate.
Section 5, the final whistle. Let's look ahead to the tournament's climax and wrap this whole thing up. The stage is literally set. The North American pitches are ready, the massive stadiums are waiting, and the pressure and stakes are at an absolute all-time high. A grueling 104-match gauntlet requires these specific game changers to be at their absolute best if their nations are going to survive. It's going to be wild. So out of these 5 elite ballers, who are you most excited to watch lock in? And maybe the most important question of all, who actually walks away with that World Cup trophy on July 19th? Let me know your full tournament predictions down in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit subscribe so you never miss any of our deep dive World Cup coverage. See you guys in the next explainer.